for me.
Okay, so pollen and other allergens can cause cells in the nose to release histamine,
Yep.
a chemical that inflames nasal tissue and causes runny nose, congestion, and sneezing. Antihistamines minimize these allergy symptoms by blocking the action of histamine.
All right, so what's going on so far?
So we're just, it looks like just facts about pollen allergies and this
So
chemical.
pollen causes the cells to release histamine, and the histamine causes, runny nose, congestion, and sneezing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have antihistamines that minimize those symptoms by blocking like histamine or whatever. Cool. So it's like histamine causes these things and then antihistamine stops it.
Yeah.
Right. Continuing on.
Okay. So in addition, antihistamines have other effects, including drowsiness. However, histamine plays no role in the process by which colds produce their symptoms.
All right. So what I'm thinking here is, okay, so tell me your thought process, or what would you do? Do you go right into the question? Do you sit here and think for a second?
So I sit and think because I try to look for the most like.
Is there two things we can connect?
I guess the first part of the antihistamine statement and the second part of the antihistamines.
Well, that's what I think. I'm like, is there any other thing that I can conclude by putting two of these premises together? And I'm like, all I know is like histamine causes these things, but histamine does not do anything to produce colds.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I'm thinking about. But all right, moving on.
So then, basically, we'll just go into the answer. So A says pollen and other allergens do not cause colds. Well, we don't know that for sure, that they don't cause colds, so it's wrong.
They could, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Colds are more difficult to treat than allergies. We don't know that either.
Yeah, we don't know that it's more we don't know if either one is more difficult.
Yeah. Antihistamines, when taken alone, are ineffective against congestions caused by colds. So I actually picked this as my answer.
All right, so let's leave this one for a second.
Yeah. The sleeplessness that sometimes accompanies allergies can be effectively treated with antihistamines. Well, that's kind of weird because I don't know if allergies causes sleeplessness.
Well, I think they're saying it sometimes. I think what they're getting at with this one is that antihistamines sometimes.
Oh, I see. It makes you drowsy.
But I don't know if we can go so far to say that it can be effectively treated with antihistamines. Like, I don't think drowsiness necessarily like
takes away like insomnia or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it says any effect antihistamines may have in reducing cold symptoms do not result from blocking the actions of histamine. All
right. So what antihistamines, right? People take them to solve allergies and they block the action of histamine happening. And histamine causes these things. So could we, whenever you chose C, you assumed that antihistamines, the only thing that this thing did was block histamine, right? But in turn, could these drugs do other things than just block histamine? Potentially.
I mean, yeah, they can. It's not stated if they can or can't.
Right.
So they can.
So like think about, even, I know you're not supposed to bring in outside information, but think in life, like maybe this is bad, but like, like some, you can take allergy and cold medicine, like the ingredients are so similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like you could take them for both. So what this is saying is any effect that antihistamines may have on reducing cold symptoms. So we're not even saying that it does for sure, but we're saying if antihistamines does help you with your cold, it's not because it blocks the action of histamine. And
Oh, I
that's
get what you're
because
saying.
histamine doesn't actually produce the cold.
Oh, I get it. Does not result from blocking.
B has to be true, where C is the trap answer, but we don't know if they're ineffective against congestion, against cold, because maybe there's something else that it's doing.
And so it must be true because it's not from the result of blocking it exactly because, okay, I
Yes.
get it. Wow, that's really tricky. I get
Yes,
it.
that's why it's level 4 for sure on here, or like the hardest.
Yeah.